Welcome to Simply Yoga Asana on Fish Pose. This is a great way to really lengthen through our whole spine, especially as we work on opening the hips and lengthening throughout our practice today. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you find something a little bit new today. Let's find a comfortable seated position with the spine nice and long. Allow the eyes to softly shut. And let's take a moment to check in with right where we are. Listening to the sounds that are close by, and the sounds that are far away. Take a deep breath in, filling up the whole belly, the whole diaphragm. And then exhale and relax it out. Deep breath in, let the spine get a little bit longer. And then exhale, keeping that length, and relax the rest of the body. One more time. Deep inhale in. And a long exhale out. Just let the hands come down to wherever is comfortable. And we'll start by taking a deep breath in, and then incrementally 8 breaths out through the nose. And the last one gets a little extra push. So deep inhale in, filling up the whole body, and then incrementally exhaling quickly. We'll be here for a little while. Join in whenever you're ready. Close the eyes when you feel ready. On your next inhale, inhale it all in. Hold the breath at the top. Engage Mula Bandha, the base of the spine. And exhale and let it go. Let the breath return to normal. And notice if anything has shifted since the beginning of our practice together. Shifts in the thoughts, the breath, the focus. And let's gently find our way to tabletop. The hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll take an inhale in, drop the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, tuck the chin, lift the center of the back high. Moving with your breath for a few cat and cows. You can continue with cat and cow, or as you inhale, you can drop the hips, roll the shoulders back, coming into upward dog with the knees down, and then exhale back, all the way to child's pose. Inhale, moving all the way forward. And exhale, heading all the way back. Moving with your breath. On our next inhale, we'll hold the breath, hold the pose. Exhale, tuck our toes wherever we are, coming into plank. Take an inhale in and plank. Exhale, one forearm at a time, down to forearm plank. Interlace the fingers except for the pinky and ring. Pull the elbows toward each other, back toward your big toes. Get the center of the back a little bit higher, really engaging that core. Find those long inhales and long exhales. If at any time you need to, you can place your knees down and then come back into it whenever you can. And releasing the hips down, pulling with the tips of the fingers, roll the shoulders back. A nice sphinx. Press down with the tops of the feet, lengthening through the crown of the head. Deep breaths. And bring the hands back to the low ribs. Tuck the toes. Inhale up for plank. And exhale back. Downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. And breathe. And we'll bring that right foot all the way forward. Place the back knee down, then tuck the toes, coming up to the tips of our fingers. Inhale, shine the heart up. And exhale, straighten that front leg. Flex the right toes, crown of the head down. Inhale, rolling forward. And exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Next time we find ourselves forward, we bring our hands to our hips. And maybe starting to find a little bit of that arch, turning the gaze up. You can interlace your fingers except for the index and start to point up and back and breathe. One more inhale in. Exhale, just that left hand down to the inside of the right foot. The right hand can either press on that right thigh to find that nice deep twist, or reach those fingertips up. One more inhale. And exhale and release that side. Tuck the toes, send the right foot back to meet the left. Bring that left foot forward. Place the back knee down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, shine the heart up. And exhale, heading back. Straightening the left leg as best we can. Flexing the toes. Inhale forward. And exhale, heading back. Moving with your breath. Next time you find yourself forward, sink into those hips. Staying here, or bring the hands to the hips, beginning to find that arch, turning the gaze up, and perhaps reaching the hands toward the gaze. One more inhale. And exhale the right hand down to the inside of the left foot. Keep that left hand on that thigh if you would like to really find a nice twist, or reach the fingers up. And releasing that side, tuck the right toes, send that left foot back, and then we'll exhale, heading all the way down to the earth. Bend the knees, reach back for the ankles, knees toward each other, flexing the toes, kicking into the hands to let the chest and head float. Deep breaths. And releasing our bow, bring our hands back to our low ribs, pressing up to tabletop. One more time, we'll reach that right heel back this time. Reach the left hand forward. Inhale, get everything a little higher, a little longer. And exhale, elbow to knee. Move with your breath. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pulling in. One more reach. And then switching sides. Moving with your breath. Noticing the thoughts. Notice your focus. Notice the sounds that are close by and far away. And releasing that side, we'll come back on our knees. Make a little pillow with the front of our mat. Place the knees on top. Knees, feet, everything in alignment with our hips. Bring our hands to our low back and just gently start to feel the hips pressing forward. And really use the hands on the low back to lengthen through the lumbar spine. So don't just collapse into the lumbar spine, but feel it getting nice and long. It's like you're trying to press your pelvis down and get your chest nice and high. And maybe the head can start to head back. Not necessary, but wherever you are, keep pressing down like you're trying to lengthen your whole spine away from the bottom half of your body. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly sitting all the way back on our heels. We can unfold our mat. And let's take a moment to reach out into child's pose. And from our child's pose, let's come seated. Our feet bent in front of us. We'll cross that right ankle over the left thigh. We can stay right here, or the closer we move our hands in, and the closer we move that heel in, the more we lengthen through our spine instead of collapsing in. Flex those right toes, or we'll feel that opening and stretch in that hip. Be here for just a few breaths. And releasing that side, cross the left ankle over the right. See if we can walk the heel, the hands a little closer, a little longer through the spine. Flex those left toes. And deep breaths. And releasing that side. And we'll bring the soles of our feet together. And we're going to explore a little bit of the differences and the feelings of the hips when we head into our fish pose. So we're going to bring our thumbs together and our fingers out to the side, but that's going to be right under our hips. And see if we can just head back to our elbows. If that's a little too much, you can practice with the hands out to the sides and stepping down. If you can, with that support of the hands, feel the knees out to the side and the hips nice and open. We'll use the hands on the pelvis like a camel pose to lengthen through that lumbar spine. We can release the head back, searching for the earth with the crown of our head. You can also straighten your legs out in a simpler variation of this pose. But usually you can feel how that doesn't provide quite as much space in the lumbar spine and the hips in order to lengthen. And moving toward the full expression of this pose, the knees will be out to the side. So for now, from Supta Baddha Konasana, let's just take 3 breaths and feel this variation of fish pose. Nice and slow, let's find our way back out. We'll straighten both legs out. And let's cross the right leg over the left if you are able. We can start right here, just crossing the right leg over the left. Let's see if we can find our way back, trying to open that hip. Or we can bend that bottom leg as well, placing it either under that right thigh or over that right thigh in the full variation. It's a wonderful way to open the hips, low back, all the way through the thoracic spine. All of that is just too much. We can just cross the right over the left in our classic easy pose and find our way back. Find whichever variation works best for you today. Notice the thoughts, notice the focus, notice the breath. Bring your attention to the lengthening of the spine. Feeling long with each inhale and each exhale. Using our core, let's find our way back to seated. And we'll gently switch sides. Take that right leg out, cross that left leg over, and perhaps we just head back here, or from easy pose. And we'll take a few breaths, feeling that length through the spine. Lengthen the breath. Creating a little more space, a little more ease. And again, using our core, find our way to seated. Releasing our legs. The legs nice and straight. Reach for our toes. Take an inhale in. And exhale, drifting all the way back down to our mats. And we'll pull that right knee in and pull it over the body with the left hand. It's a nice, easy twist as we take a few deep breaths. And coming back through center, we'll pull the left knee in and pull it over the body with the right hand. Again, a few deep breaths. Coming back through center, pulling both knees in. And if plow is in your practice, you can send your feet up and over, or just stay here. Make circles with your knees. Find those long inhales, long exhales wherever you are. Shoulder stand if it's in your practice. And then let's gently, slowly, kindly extend out for our final Shavasana. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other, relaxing the tongue, relaxing the eyes, letting the breath be easy and calm as we give ourselves a little bit of time. You can stay right where you are, mounting down into your mat, or if you would like, start to slowly activate the body and find your way back to that same comfortable seated position in which we started our journey together. Noticing the sounds around you, noticing your thoughts, noticing your breath. May we surrender a little deeper today to our lives unfolding effortlessly.